I feel like growing up I just enjoyed looking at art and stuff like that. I spent a lot of time with my family member, my uncle, John Michael, and he has a lot of art in his house. He was always like an art connoisseur, whatever. So I feel like I would always be very contemplative about visual imagery. That's a weird sentence to say, but I feel like I thought a lot about it, and that's what it is. Like, I like to look at things that make me think. I feel like growing up, because I can't really make things with my hands the same way that I see other people do that looks like so good. I don't know, I just have like a big appreciation for art, and it makes me feel like pretty peaceful and calm whenever I get to like go to museums. I really like the Dallas Museum of Art. I'll go with like my friends or my sister, or I've gone with like tons of people. We just take the train and yeah, we just go to Dallas and look at art for like hours. And there's a lot of great like museums around here that have really great exhibits and they don't charge any money to go in. So I feel like that's how it's been really easy for me, a hobby that's like pretty accessible, that didn't require me to make those same impressive like artistic endeavors. Because I like to do documentary, I feel like it's a different type of creativity. But basically I always really liked like bright colors, abstract paintings. My favorite types of paintings is the Impressionist movement, like French Impressionism. Really big into Monet, which is kind of basic, but I don't know. Nature stuff too has been like big in my interest as far as art goes, because I like to spend a lot of time outside. So it will like bleed into photography too. I even like enjoy just going and taking pictures with people or looking at old pictures. I've like spent so much time just going through old photo albums that my great-grandparents took, because to me that's also art. It's better for me to escape in those ways than dwell. And like when I'm sad, when I'm like not even sad sometimes, I'm just bored. Just need something to do or want to feel like stimulated in some way. I like to just look at art. And also being from Denton, there's a lot of opportunities in Denton to go out and like see different types of art, just because it's a pretty artistic community here. And the same with music. So I feel like probably because of where I'm from too draws into that. But yeah, looking at art is a very easy way for me personally to just step outside of my own life and try to put myself in a creative space of someone else. And I feel like I like to appreciate that. Me, myself, so I don't know how to paint or I'm not even great with photography. I have a Canon, just like still photography camera, but since I've never been great at like making art with my hands, I find myself doing like collaging a lot. I like to go to like the bookstores in town and they'll sell like old National Geographics, and I also have a couple books that are like specifically for collaging, that they just have like random things, like a giant fork that you could like work into a collage. And basically I like to do that instead, because I feel like my mind is better at putting things together that already exist. My collages get pretty goofy, like be like a giant bottle of Tabasco that's meant to be a skyscraper or something. I'm working on a Where's Waldo collage for like 2 years now. That's just me cutting out like people, because I'm gonna like put a bunch of people in a collage as if it was Where's Waldo, except it's not gonna be Where's Waldo. There's gonna be no Waldo. So basically I like doing collaging because I feel like it's my way to do visual art. The only way for me to do visual art, just because I don't draw and paint, and it's really hard for me. I feel like those are talents that you were born with, and for me collaging is like, I'm good at framing, why I like to do documentaries, I think. So with the collaging, it's just kind of like putting people places that they normally wouldn't be, but it can be creative. But I like doing collages because I feel like it's my opportunity to do like visual art, and it's an accessible way to me because it's things that are already existing, and I just like put them in different contexts than they normally would be in, and in my mind it works in an artistic way. I know like my favorite movement in art is Impressionism. The only other like artist that I would kind of compare the weird stuff I do to would probably be like Andy Warhol or some weird like pop art. I do like a couple different types of artistic movements. I'm just not really that familiar even with people's names, especially modern artists. I feel like it's a hard area to keep up with, people that are like still creating paintings and stuff like that. I think everybody should try collaging because it's super easy to do. It's super easy to do. You just get like old magazines and you cut out things that you like or that you think fit together, or you think you could make them fit together. And I don't know, I think it's really fun. We do it a lot as a kid in school, but if you start to do adult collages, it could become pretty, you'll be surprised at how creative your mind can be.